Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Weekend Today in Central New York. We're tracking the risk for storms this weekend. Sunday looks more likely than today, and some of those could even produce some flash flood warnings that we're keeping an eye on. Plus, we have a couple of hot days in the forecast. Hopefully, you have the AC unit in. Temperatures will be close to 90 a couple of days. But is there any dry time? Well, we do have some periods of dry time, especially during the work week. It's not going to be totally soggy. It's a typical summer-like pattern where we'll get some scattered storms with a lot of dry time in between them. So let's get into it, starting with this morning. Things are quiet to start your Saturday with a mostly sunny sky. This is a live look from our Triple Doppler radar, sponsored by Falso Service Experts. But our next soggy system is working its way in from the west. It'll bring us a little bit of moisture today, which may spark an isolated shower or storm late this afternoon and into the evening. But most spots stay completely dry today. It's not until tonight around 2 or 3 a.m. that we get some steadier rain working its way in from the west from this system and some scattered thunderstorms on the back end for Sunday. So to sum up your weekend forecast, partly sunny and hot today, forecasting a high of 90 with maybe the risk for an isolated shower storm late this afternoon and steady rain developing late at night. Heading into Sunday, still some rain lingering around during the morning, exiting out to the east. Then we'll get some breaks of sun late morning to midday, which is actually bad because that's going to heat us up quickly into the lower 80s and pop up some scattered thunderstorms starting around noon and continuing up until about sunset. Some of those could produce some flash flooding, especially for areas to the south and east of Syracuse. And even all the way out by Albany, there's a high risk for flooding just because of how saturated the ground is and how high the creeks and river levels are from our last few batches of rainfall. And they've already seen quite a bit of flood warnings over the past few days and really the past week as well. Now let's time this out with your futurecast. We did start off in the lower 60s this morning, but it is heating up quickly. Right now we're in the mid to upper 70s. By lunchtime, low to mid 80s, and then heating up to 90 this afternoon with a mix of sun and clouds. Closer to about 5 p.m. is when we might see an isolated shower or storm somewhere around central New York. But again, like I said, most spots stay completely dry. Still the risk for an isolated shower as we go towards 10 p.m. Then overnight is when we get some steady rain working its way in from west to east, looking to hit Syracuse sometime around 3 a.m. And some of these heavy pockets may produce some flooding as well, but it's not as likely just because of how quickly that line is supposed to roll through. Sunday morning starting off with some lingering light rain. We'll get some breaks of sun late morning and midday. Then afternoon is when we start to see some scattered showers and storms popping up. That's when we have the best risk to see some flash flooding because we may get a quick 1 to 2 inches out of some of those heavy downpours. So to sum up your forecast today, just an isolated shower storm, hot day. Sunday looking more soggy with scattered thunderstorms. Just an isolated storm, hot again on Monday. Then some soggy weather Tuesday, drying out with sun Wednesday, and we have a new soggy system with a few storms Thursday, but some soggier weather looking ahead to Friday. Maggie.